Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something that, honestly, sounds totally impossible. We're looking at a scientific breakthrough right now that is fundamentally going to change how we approach medicine. We're stepping into an era that feels a little bit like science fiction, but it is happening right this very second.
Okay, let's dive into this. What if a vaccine protected against viruses that literally do not exist yet? Just imagine that. A shield not just against the COVID-19 we already know, but against future variants before they even emerge. Well, this week, for the very first time in human history, the world's first human trial of a vaccine designed entirely from scratch by an artificial intelligence just took place. And this isn't just theoretical anymore, guys. It's actively being tested on humans right now.
Section 1. Flaws in traditional vaccines.
To really grasp why this AI breakthrough is such a monumental shift, we first need to take a hard look at the fatal flaw of our current medical approach. Basically, we're always fighting the last war. We look at where the enemy was, not where it's actually going. Think back to the sheer disruption of the Omicron or Delta variants. Every single time a virus mutates, scientists are essentially forced to go back to square one and start from scratch. This whole reactive cycle, it leads to months of devastating delays. It means we're spending billions of dollars just trying to catch up. And, far more importantly, it leaves millions of people totally exposed and vulnerable in that gap between the mutation and the new vaccine rollout. We are paying a massive human and financial cost for this reactive system.
Professor Jonathan Heaney over at Cambridge University actually summed this up perfectly. He said, "We've been like a dog chasing its tail." And wow, that is such a vivid and honestly frustratingly accurate picture of modern virology. Traditional vaccines only offer limited protection because we are just constantly running after these new variants, exhausting all our resources, but never actually catching up to the virus itself.
Section 2. The AI vaccine solution.
But what if we could just break that reactive cycle entirely? Well, a Cambridge University lab and their spin-out company Synvax have proposed what might be the ultimate solution. And I want to be absolutely clear about what we're looking at here. This wasn't a case of AI just kind of assisting researchers or, crunching a few numbers to help human scientists make their decisions. No. The active ingredient in this new vaccine was created completely from scratch by an artificial intelligence. It is a fully AI-authored medical defense.
Now, what's really interesting about this whole process is the methodology the AI used to pull this off. It's fascinating. First, it ingested and analyzed all available genetic sequence data from global surveillance programs covering just a massive group of viruses, including SARS-CoV-2. We're talking about a scale of data processing that humans literally just cannot do natively. Second, sifting through that immense sea of data, it identified a hidden constant vulnerability that was shared across all of those viral strains. And third, it specifically targeted that unmutable weak spot to build the vaccine's defense.
And right here, this is the absolute genius of the AI's discovery. You might be wondering, why target this specific part? Well, because, as the AI figured out, if that hidden part mutates, the virus itself just dies. The AI completely bypassed all those surface-level proteins that are constantly shifting and mutating, the parts that trick our current vaccines, and it went straight for the structural foundation of the virus. By targeting the one part the virus literally cannot afford to change, the AI essentially designed a future-proof defense.
Section 3. Human trial results.
So, okay, the theory is brilliant, but how does it actually hold up in the real world? Well, this recent Phase 1 trial involved 39 healthy human volunteers, ranging in age from 18 all the way up to 50 years old. And the initial results? The vaccine proved to be completely safe with no significant side effects reported among the group.
But the efficacy data is where things get truly incredible. This single vaccine successfully triggered immune responses against SARS-CoV-2, against the original SARS virus, and this is the crazy part, against bat coronaviruses that haven't even jumped to humans yet. Just think about that for a second. It is doing exactly what it was designed to do, providing incredibly broad protection that spans across different and even undiscovered viral threats.
Oh, and here is a quick, completely surprising detail that I just love about this trial. The vaccine was actually delivered via a needle-free microfluid jet. Yeah, instead of your standard injection, it uses a high-pressure stream to penetrate the skin. So not only is the vaccine incredibly advanced on a technological level, but it also offers a fantastic, totally stress-free alternative for anyone out there who has a phobia of needles.
Now, of course, as with any scientific explainer, we really have to look at the full picture impartially. This is still an early-stage trial. The preliminary results are undeniably promising, for sure, but this breakthrough still has to pass further rigorous testing, much larger-scale trials, and incredibly strict regulatory approvals before it can ever see general public release. So we definitely aren't skipping any public safety hurdles here.
Section 4, a proactive medical future.
Even acknowledging those necessary safety hurdles, let's take a step back and talk about why this exact moment matters so deeply for your future well-being. We are witnessing a core paradigm shift, and this brilliantly illustrates the stark difference we're looking at. On one side, we have our current standard, reactive medicine, waiting for a pandemic to start, suffering the consequences, and then frantically chasing the variants. But on the other side, we have our new reality, proactive medicine, using AI to model future threats and preparing our biological defenses well in advance. It's the stark difference between our past medical failures and our new future-proof capabilities.
Professor Heaney actually summarized this shift perfectly, and his words really solidify what this whole shebang means for us. He said, "We've converted vaccine development from being reactive to being future-proof. Our vaccines will continue to provide protection against viruses even as they mutate." That right there is the absolute holy grail of immunology. Which leaves us at a completely fascinating crossroads as we wrap up today's explainer. The science is moving incredibly fast, and it brings up questions we honestly never thought we'd have to answer. So I'll leave you with this. Would you trust a vaccine designed entirely by AI? Really think about that for a second. I'd love for you to reflect on it, drop your thoughts down in the comments, and hey, if you enjoy making sense of these massive scientific breakthroughs, make sure you subscribe. We've got plenty more to explore together. Catch you next time.